Hello again, and welcome back to the Shadow Gallery. My name is James Savio, and I'll be your host as always. Um, Tonight we're going to talk about trailers. We're going to talk about genre trailers. So we're not going to we're not going to be talking about anything but fanboy trailers. Fanboy, fangirl, fan people. Um, so we're going to kick it off with these are some major to minor releases that will be coming out this year. One that I didn't even know was coming this year until I just saw the teaser trailer for it. So we're going to start off with the most recent one, and that is the new trailer for a remake, reboot, whatever you want to call it, from director Marcus Nispel, Conan the Barbarian. Which stars Jason Momoa, and Ron Perlman, and Rose McGowan, and Rachel Nichols. So now obviously the original Conan the Barbarian was not a film that I really got at first, but over the years I've developed quite a great deal of love for that film. It's not the greatest film in the world, but it's pretty fucking badass. It doesn't shy away from the violence or the sex or the nudity, the rampant nudity that's throughout that film. And it seems to fit very well within Robert E. Howard's world. Now, from the 1 minute teaser, there's not really a whole lot that you can accurately judge about what the film is going to be like. Now, Jason Momoa, who is playing Conan, he's been on such series as Baywatch and North Shore. I mean, he's definitely got, he's ripped, man. He's got the muscles for it. And he's kind of just got the general overall look of the big muscular guy, and he's got the husky gravelly voice, and you're not distracted by like the accent of Arnold as as some may have been in that in the original film. So this teaser is awful. It's god awful. I mean, even a minute was too long to sit through it. It's just wisps of smoke, and then there's faces that are appearing in the smoke, and there's a voiceover, and you get no real feel that this is, okay, well, this is Conan. I mean, this is a big deal. This is one of the most famous, most popular characters in pulp literature. And it's like, who cares? Who cares about this teaser? I mean, it's making it out to be a much larger film than it actually is. I mean, when I saw 30 seconds of Captain America: The First Avenger, I'm like, okay, I'm on board. But this was a minute of a character that I do know, and I love the work that they've done, obviously, in the books and the comics, and in at least the first film, the John Milius Conan the Barbarian. But this just looks like they're trying to make it a big deal, and it's not. It's going to take a lot more than a minute teaser to make people really give a shit about this film, because this is, it's coming out this summer. Like I said, I didn't even know that it was coming out this summer. But it's destined to tank, and tank hard, if this is the kind of advanced buzz they're trying to generate for this film. Now, conversely, there is the new trailer, the first full-length trailer for J.J. Abrams' Super 8, which is filled with a bunch of character actors, and that looks incredibly strong. It's one of the few films that's coming out this summer that I can say looks, it's original. It looks very emotionally investing. It looks scary. It looks fantastic. I mean, film-wise, in a scope and the grandeur of it, looks like early, it kind of looks like, early mid Spielberg. and I think that's very much what, and it's, it's exec produced by Spielberg, so it's you can definitely tell that Abrams has picked up a lot of visual cues from the stuff that he's done in the past, because this is kind of like, it seems like kind of this weird hybrid of Close Encounters and E.T., but told from a child's point of view rather than an adult's point of view. And in this film, it seems like that the aliens that are visiting might not be as beneficent as they were in Close Encounters or E.T. This is more like maybe not quite a War of the Worlds, Independence Day kind of aliens, but more like maybe like an X-Files type of alien, where it's it's kind of scary. You're not really sure what to think. That's the gist of it. I got incredible trailer. J.J. Abrams is, with the exception, I would say, of Mission Impossible 3, he's a very strong voiced filmmaker. And he's lent his credibility to a lot of, strong voices in creative film. Not only obviously directing the latest Star Trek, which was a piece of entertainment genius, in my opinion. It's not a great film, but it's magnificent entertainment. Obviously, and producing Cloverfield, which I thought was a very horribly underrated film. This just looks really enticing, and really strong, and in a summer of remakes and sequels and adaptations of comic books, this looks like it's going to stand out as maybe a sleeper hit, and that's really good. Although it's not, if it's small budget, it's not really sleeper. You can't really categorize it as that, I guess. But anyway, so that looks great. I'm in line for that already. Then we move on to third trailer, the last trailer I'm going to talk about, which is the trailer for Super, which is James Gunn's latest descent into madness and obscenity and filth and hilarity. However, now if you've seen Slither, that's a terrific movie. That's a great movie. I love Slither. It has a little bit of everything. It's got some gross humor. It's got its lead is fucking Nathan Fillion. You can't get much better than Nathan Fillion as a lead actor. As far as that kind of character, Bill Party. But you have, unfortunately, one of the most unappealing actors I think that I've ever had the displeasure to see, which is Rainn Wilson. But he's surrounded by ranging from good to great actors. He's surrounded by Liv Tyler, who's good. I like Liv Tyler, and Ellen Page, who's awesome. And of course, Nathan Fillion is in it as well. Looks like he has a very small role. And Kevin Bacon, who I think is terrific. But it very much is coming off the heels of a successful film like Kick-Ass, which is, I think, he's just kind of taking that, kind of subgenre of comic book films, of superhero films, of the normal guy becoming a superhero, dressing in tights and fighting crime. So it's a story that's been done before, and it looks like, I don't even like Kick-Ass as a film, but this looks like it's trying to out Kick-Ass, and it looks like it's going to hit the ground running as kind of is not a very good film, which is unfortunate because I really like James Gunn, and I like a lot of the people in it. But once it had Rainn Wilson as the star of the film, I'm like, okay, I'll wait for video, because it's just sad. It's just wrong. A lot of people like him. I don't, but whatever. So anyway, this is for my trailer rundown. So don't check out my other vlogs, and we'll see you next time.